na yung katabi mo pero ikaw hindi. Well, mga kaibigan, visualization is a very simple tool or technique, but it is a very powerful way of achieving your dreams. Marami hong techniques, marami hong tools about visualization. But what I'm trying to say is this: kung naniniwala ka at nakikita mo yung sarili mo, klarong-klaro kung saan ka papunta, maniwala ka sa akin, kaibigan. Hindi ka mapapagod kahit nakakapagod. Hindi ka ma-negative kahit maraming negative sa paligid. Bakit? Kasi alam mo ngayon pa lang, nakarating ka na. Ngayon pa lang alam mo nakarating ka na. So sabi nga nila, begin by knowing that you've already arrived. Ibig ko sabihin, nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, dapat alam mo, nakarating ka na. Dapat clear na clear sa'yo. Well, according to Zig Ziglar, if you want to reach a goal, you must see the reaching in your own mind before you actually arrive in your goal. So, ladies and gentlemen, hindi ka pa nakakarating, alam mong nakarating ka na. Clear ho ba yun? Yes! Well, mga kaibigan, simple steps lang ho ang gagawin natin tonight about visualization. Pinaka-importante po, nararamdaman mo, hindi mo na nakikita, dapat naaamoy mo yung sarili mo na successful na. Dapat nakikita mo yung sarili mo naglalakad, yung sinusot mong damit, yung sasabihin mo sa harap. Dapat ngayon pa lang, prepared ka na, handa ka na, at na-picture mo na. Kasi you know, alam mong darating at darating din yun. Marami yung mga magagaling na basketball players, athletes, marami yung mga galing na sikat na tao. They use this simple technique, pero it pushed them to their limits. Lumabas yung full potential nila hanggang sa naging successful po sila. For example, Oprah Winfrey. When she was young, ang commitment niya po, she started when she was young. Ang nung lagi niya sinasabi, mahirap lang po sila when she started. Pero lagi niya sinasabi, this is not for me. This is not for me. Something is better that's going to happen. Marami daw mangyaring maganda sa buhay niya. Sa Tagalog po, ang sinasabi niya, hindi ito para sa akin. Hindi ito para sa akin. Mas maganda pa ang mangyayari sa akin. And you know what happened? Oprah Winfrey right now is worth billions of dollars. Sobrang yaman ho. A classic example is Jim Carrey. Si Jim Carrey noong early of 90s, he was a struggling actor. Hindi ho sikat, wala siyang pangalan. But you know what? Habang nag-acting po siya at di siya nakikilala, sabi niya sa sarili niya, one day, I am going to receive a check. Nagsulat po siya ng cheque niya, $10 million. Sabi niya, one day, makaka-receive ako ng check na ganito kalaki. And you know what? Because he was always looking at that check. Every day niya titignan po yun. Visualize niya every day, tatanggap ako nito, tatanggap ako nito. One day, tumanggap po siya ng exactly the same amount of check, $10 million nung siya po ay nag-acting sa Dumb and Dumber. Napanood niyo po ba yun? Yes! And another person is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sabi niya, Schwarzenegger. Hindi hirap i-pronounce ng kanyang pangalan. Si Arnold, nung nag-start po siya, palakita yung picture niya, hindi ho ganun kalaki ang katawan niya. But then, meron siyang idol, si Red Parks, na habang nag-gym po siya, yung picture ng katawan ni Red Parks, lagi nasa harapan niya. Yun na nag-motivate sa kanya. Yun na nag-push sa kanya. So habang pinitin na niya yung picture na yun, doon niya ginagawa yung pag-gym niya ngayon. Until one day, alam niyo nangyari? Tinanggal niya ho yung ulo ni Red Parks. Pinalitan po niya ng ulo niya. So, pinipicture niya na one day, eto ang magiging katawan ko. And true enough, Arnold, lumaki ang katawan niya and he was one of the most famous guy pagdating po sa bodybuilding. Ang dami yung kwento about stories about people na nag-visualize sila when they started, it became a reality in their life. So ngayon pa lang ho, dapat meron ka ng dream board. Clear na clear sa'yo, ididikit mo sa wall sa bahay mo, what will be your future 10 years from now? Sino ka 10 years from now? 5 years from now sa Global? including 2018, kailangan it should be vividly pictured in your mind kung ano ang itsura mo, sino ka, a year from now. So sino dito naniniwala na by the end of this year, successful siya sa AIM Global? Now, what are the things? Now, next slide, batayo. What does visualization accomplish for you? Number one, it activates your creative subconscious. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, subconscious. Subconscious is the powerhouse. It is the boss. Yan ho ang boss. Pag sinabi yung conscious mind, ito yung ngayon, yung nakikita mo, yung reasoning mo, yung rationale mo. But the subconscious mind, ito po yung nagpupush sa'yo deep within your soul, your mind, and your heart. Ito yung bagay na nagpupush sa'yo kahit na ano man nakikita mo sa paligid, ito ang mag-trigger para maging successful ka. Not the conscious mind, because the conscious mind, ang nakikita niya sa paligid, lahat ng mga negatives, lahat na naririnig niya. But then, if you're going to push your subconscious mind, believe me, yan ho ang powerhouse para maging successful ka. Number two, it programs the brain to perceive the resources you needed. Ano ibig ko sabihin yan? Pag ikaw nag-visualization, and everyday mo ginagawa yan, it pushes your brain, it trains your brain, wherein lahat ng resources, nagiging creative ka, lumalabas para magamit mo, at ma-push ka para maging successful ka. For example, pag umatanan ka ng training, natututo ka, napupush ka, which means, alam mo, you need this training, kailangan mo itong training ito para maging successful ka. Tingnan mo nga yung katabi mo kung nakikinig. Mukha bang nakikinig? Mukha bang susunod na yan? Alright, next. Number three, it activates the law of attraction. Well, alam natin lahat kung ano meaning ng law of attraction. Everything that you do, it draws closer to you. The people, circumstances, lahat ng mga pangyayari sa buhay, lahat ng instruments. Every day, when you visualize yourself, pinipicture mo sarili mo klaro, maniwala ka sa akin, yung law of attraction, magiging totoo sa buhay mo. Lahat na nangyayari sa'yo, magugulat ka na lang. Parang, ito yung na-envision ko Parang papalapit na yung mga pangarap ko. I know for the fact na marami akong struggles. Mahirap ko talaga. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, mahirap talaga. But then, pag na-activate ang law of attraction, maniwala ka sa akin, yung hirap, nagiging konti na lang. Hindi mo masyado nahihirap, hindi mo nararamdaman yung hirap. Bakit? Kasi na-attract mo lahat ng mga positive sa buhay mo. And finally, number 4, ayaw na. Saan ka tuturo? Okay. It builds internal motivation. You know, pag ikaw ay internally motivated, pag ikaw ay merong internal motivation sa loob mo, no one can stop you. Not even your family members, not even your upline, not even your downlines. Walang pwedeng makapagpigil sa'yo kung ikaw ay internally motivated. And it only happens kapag ka-clear sa'yo na visualize mo what will happen to you for the next coming months or years. Naniniwala ka ba doon? Well, next step is, sabi ko nga, dyan. Okay, these are 4 important questions you need to answer and internalize. First question, what do you really want? Ano ba talaga ang gusto mo? Well, give yourself time, isipin niyo maigi, ano ba talaga ang gusto mo? Gusto mo bang maging multi-millionaire? Gusto mo maging top 1? Gusto mo maging part ng director's club? Gusto mo ba ng kotse? Kailangan, clear na clear sa'yo, ano ba talaga ang gusto mo? Gusto mo bang magkaroon ng asawa? Gusto mo bang magkaroon ng boyfriend? Gusto mo ba ng maraming pagkain? Dahil gutom na gutom ka na. Gusto mo ba ng maraming downlines? So, it should be clear sa'yo. At dapat, gustong-gusto mo. Number 2, do you believe you can achieve it? Now, eto yung tricky part. Bakit po? Maraming tao, gusto kong magbago ang buhay, gustong yumaman. Ang problema, maraming doubt sa buhay nila. If you doubt yourself, believe me, it will never happen. You have to believe 100%. You know that. Number 3. Sabi ko dito. Do you deserve it? Now, try to think about this. Pag kayo po ay umaharap sa salamin at ikaw lang mag-isa, subukan niyo mamayang gabi. Mga bandang alas 12, yung wala na ako kayong kasama. Ilak niyo yung pinto, mas maganda sa CR. Tapos humarap ka sa sarili mo. Sigurado mo, sarili mo nakikita mo. Dahil ipag iba nakita mo, tumakbo ka na. Ibang kasi maharap sa salamin. Pag nakita mo yung sarili mo, ask this very important question. Yung wala na ako kayong kasama. Do you deserve it? Pag kayo po ay pupunta sa mga downlines nyo at meron silang dream board, ask that question. Do you deserve it? Why? Kasi pag pumasok sa isipan mo na parang kahit konting doubt, it will never manifest in your life. So, importante pala, alam mo that you deserve it. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, you deserve it. You deserve it. Now, the most important question is this. Are you willing to pay the price? Willing ka bang magbayad? Alam mong mayroong babayaran. The next question is, how much price are you willing to pay? If your answer is yes, then the answer is this. The next question is this. If you're willing to pay the price, how much price are you willing to pay? Tingnan mo nga yung katabi mo. Willing ba niyang ibigay lahat ng todo-todo, makuha lang yung mga pangarap niya? Meron ako nakita, ganito itsura. Yes. You have to be willing to pay the price. Ibibigay mo lahat, ilalabas mo ng todo-todo. Bakit po? Kasi you can never succeed kung papetex-petex ka. Kung ang ibabayad mo, kung baga sa may 100 peso ka, ibabayad mo, piso lang. Kung tataya ka, itataya mo lahat. Ibibigay mo lahat kasi alam mo, ito ang kailangan para magbago ang buhay mo. Now, these are the steps to take in visualizing your goals. Sabihin mo, steps. Okay, number 1, you have to see it. Kailangan po, kung meron kayong mga dreams sa buhay, pangarap sa buhay, kailangan nakikita mo. Paano? Katulad ng ginawa natin kanina dito, pinakita mo natin sa kanila. So which means, kung ikaw nag-uumpisa pa lang ngayon, dapat panoorin mo na yung mga uplines mo. Kung meron kang gustong kotse, pumunta ka ngayon sa kasa o hiramin mo yung sasakyan na apply mo o pakisakay ka sa apply mo. Pag nasa loob ka na ng kotse, isara mo yung pinto. Try nyo po ito sa kasa. Siyempre, sasamahan kayo ng mga ahente. Pagpasok sa loob ng kotse, isara mo. Mag-aantay yun sa'yo. Huwag mo siyang pakialaman. Ang importante, nasa loob ka na ng kotse. Hindi naman niya alam kung bibili ka o hindi. Siguraduhin mo lang pag pupunta ka doon, hindi yung para kang ganito na titingin lang po ng kotse. Hindi ho dapat gano'n. Dapat pagpasok mo doon, pati nga ng siyempre pipili mo na yung magandang kotse gusto mo. Tapos punta ka doon, siyempre pumorma ka yung feeling bibili ka. Pagpasok mo doon ngayon, siyempre pa-English ka ng konti. I wanna see the GLS of the variants of your Mercedes-Benz. Alam mo, pag dinala ka doon ngayon, pagpasok sa loob, pag nasa loob ka na, huwag mong pakialaman yung mga tao sa paligid. I-feel mo yung upuan. Hawakan mo yung manubela. Pakiramdaman mong sayo na yung kotse. Tapos magkambyo-kambyo ka pa. Kung may start, i-start mo. Ilagay mo sa primera. Ilabas mo yung kotse. At sabihin mo, akin to. Pag may humabol sa'yo, ituro niyo ako. Sabi ni Sir Jan, akin daw to eh. You have to see it. It should be very clear in your mind. Ganun ho kaklaro. Kung pwede ho, magpa-picture ka sa coaching gusto mo. Kung asawa ang gusto mo, hanapin mo yung pangarap mong babae o lalaki. At magpa-picture ka at ilagay mo sa dream board mo. At sabihin mo, magiging akin ka. Ha? Tapos, yayain mo kung sino man yun. dalhin mo sa office mo, sa bahay mo, at kunyari patay mali siya ka, nadadaanan yung dream board, at kitang-kita doon, you are mine. Tip po yun, kapag meron kang gusto ligawan at torpe ka, klarong-klaro, type na type mo siya. Pag sinabi niya, gusto ko din yan, alam mo na yun. Ha? You should be clear. You have to see it. Number 2. Okay. The clearer you are when visualizing your dreams, the brighter the spotlight will be to lead on the right path. Mga kaibigan, pag klaro-klaro sa'yo, maniwala ka sa akin, kitang-kita mo kung saan ka pupunta. And number 2, you have to believe it. Di ba narinig kasabihan? If you can perceive it, you can achieve it. If you believe in your heart na mangyayari po yan, believe me, ngayon pa lang ho, ang ating Panginoon, nakikita ka. Kapag naniniwala ka, unti-unti niyang gagawin yun para sa'yo. Unti-unti niyang palalapitin ka sa lahat ng pangarap mo. Because you believe it. Sabi ko nga dito kulit ko And finally, number 3, make it happen. Alam niyo sikreto ng mga nag-visualize, bakit po nangyayari sa kanila? Because they practice it every day. They do it every day. Every day nila ini-internalize. They envision themselves kung ano makikita nila sa future. You have to do this every day. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. Pag nasa bahay po kayo, bago kayo matulog, bago kayo mag-pray, try to meditate. You have to relax, you have to focus, and then envision yourself one day na ikaw ay successful na, kasama mo yung mahal mo sa buhay, na-accomplish mo lahat ng dreams mo. And ladies and gentlemen, if you do that every day, maniwala ka sa akin, nagiging madali ang mga pangarap mo. Lahat ng negative, maniwala ka sa akin, unti-unting mababawasan yan. Why? Kasi you did this exercise. Now, meron po tatawagin dito. Isang couple wherein, when she started, taga-Tugigaraw po ito. Alam niyo, sobrang hirap niya. Pero naniniwala siya, magbabago ang buhay niya one day. Ayaw ko ikwento yung buong kwento, mas maganda sa kanila manggaling, kasama niya kanyang asawa, and they are selling a book, they are promoting a book, wherein nandun lahat ng mga pangyayari sa buhay po nila. Please welcome Christina and Paul Gilbo. Palapakan naman natin sila. Ang hirap mga palapak nyo!
Good morning! Akala ko hindi ako magsasalita ngayon. Anyway, so ako po si Christina Ganaban Gilbo po, tubong Alcala, Cagayan sa Norte po. Sino pong taga Cagayan rito? Mga G1 Alliance! Mga Ilocana! Okay, so, ganito ka naman ng konti yung buhay namin. Nanggaling po kami sa mahirap. Ako yung tipo ng bata pa lang po, nagbebenta na po ako ng mais. So siya na kung medyo iyakin ako bata pa lang po ako, natutunan ko na po magbenta ng mais kasi mahirap nga po yung buhay namin. Kaya from elementary, kahit hindi pa ako nag-aaral noon, alam ko na po magbenta ng mais. Hanggang natapos ko po yung pag-aaral ko nung college, nagbebenta pa rin po ako ng mais. And dahil po sa kahirapan nga po ng buhay, right after graduation, pumunta ako Manila. And with the hope na magkakaroon ako ng trabaho para makatulong ako sa family. And unfortunately, nakahanap po ako ng trabaho. Pero yung pinangarap ko po, na gusto kong matulungan yung family ko, hindi po nangyari. Kasi nga po, yung kinikita ko that time, hindi po enough pati para sa sarili ko. And ang isang pangarap ko, nung college, nung bata pa lang, gusto ko nang mabago yung buhay namin. Kasi bata pa lang po ako, nakikita ko na po yung hirap ng buhay namin. Nakikita ko narinig ko lagi yung problema sa bahay na laging pinag-uusapan, wala kaming bigas, gano'n. So, bata pa lang po ako pinangarap ko na kung ano yung pwede kong gawin. Kaya nung right after graduation, pumunta ako Manila, pero unfortunately nga, hindi po ako nakahanap hindi ko na, ano ba yun? ganito pala talaga natin sa harap, ang daming tao. sa mga hindi po nakakilala sa akin, ako po kasi dati po akong sobrang mahiyain. Yung tipong, kukunti lang po mga friends ko. Kaya sabi ko, nung nag-start po ako sa Global, paano ako magiging successful dito, ay mahiyain po akong tao. Pero alam nyo, sobrang laki po yung pangarap ko na sabi ko na kahit mahiyain ko, alam ko kakayanin ko ito. To cut the story short po, ayun po pumunta po ko nag-work abroad. Yun nga, dahil sa gusto ko po talaga makatulong sa family. And pumunta po ako ng Hong Kong. And I thank God, nakapagtrabaho naman ako doon nakahanap po ako ng amo na sobrang bait, na sobrang kabaitan po niya, hindi niya po ako pinapakain. And that moment po, sabi ko sa sarili ko, kasi, sino po sa inyo ang nagbabasa ng Bible? Do you know Jeremiah 29 verse 11? Yes, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. And that moment, sabi ko, nung hindi maganda yung pagtitreat sa akin, sabi ko, hindi ito para sa akin. Pero I have that hope na alam ko may magandang mangyayari sa buhay namin. And with that hope ko, sabi ko, uwi na lang ako. Pero hindi ko alam kung anong pwedeng mangyari sa akin dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi nga po, wala akong trabaho. But I still have that hope. And I thank God kasi bakit po, yung tao na I call him as a hero of our family po, hindi po siya nag-quit. Yung tao na yun na ilang beses po siya nadapa, pero paulit-ulit po siyang bumangon. Iyon po yung kuya ko, si Kuya Rodel, saka ba? Ayan. Sobrang saludo po ako sa kanya kasi sa dami pong network marketing po na sinalihan po niya, good news po, hindi po siya nagtagumpay. Kaya po nang ini-invite niya po ako, sabi ko, ayaw ko dyan, hindi ka nga naging successful, bakit mo pa ako tatawagin dyan sa sinasabi mong reyaman tayo? But I thank God kasi bakit? When God called you to dream, you know what? Hindi papayag ang Panginoon na hindi mo makuha yung pangarap na yon. Ayun po, nag-try po ako kahit mahihain po akong tao, nakakatuwa po. 2.5 years po, I've earned my first million. And alam niyo po ba, lahat pala dito sa Global talaga makakamit mo lahat. Pati po pangarap po ng pag-aasawa, nakamit ko rin po. Before pa ako nag-Global, sabi ko sa sarili ko, gusto ko magkaroon ng asawa. Bago pa ako nag-Global po ha, gusto ko magkaroon ng asawa na Amerikano. Sabi ko, bakit? Kanya po. Kasi gusto kong yumaman. Sabi kasi ng tatay ko, mag-asawa ka ng mayaman para yayaman tayo. Sabi niya, so yun naman ang nasa isip ko. Pero at that moment po, I thank God kasi bakit po, pinadala niya po ang Global kasi po nabago po ang perspective ko po. Nasabi ko, kung kaya ko palang payamanin ang sarili ko, bakit pa ako magde-desire ng isang mayaman? And I thank God po kasi sino po sa inyo nagpe-pray? Ayan. Sino po sa inyo ang nagpe-pray? Kasi dito pa pala yun. When you pray pala, we need to pray specifically. Kasi that time po, I was praying for someone. But before that, ang isang goal ko, bago po ako mag-asawa, kailangan maging milyonaryo ako, kailangan mabili ko yung kotse ko, kailangan mabili ko yung bridal car ko. Nangyari po lahat yon. Kaya po, ayun, sabi ko, it's time for me to get married. And sabi nga, when you ask God for something, He will give you more than you deserve. Kaya I was like, ayun, hindi na ako mag-share kung paano, gusto niyo marinig yung kwento namin. And so, let transfer ko sa kanya.
Good morning. 8 years ago, I was without direction. I had no dreams for my life. I had no visualization. I was just playing around on MySpace, which is like Facebook. And I had a message from a young lady. She was so beautiful in the profile picture. I remember this clearly. She was so beautiful that I thought this has to be like a scam email or something. Who would want to talk to me? So in my heart, I made a plan, said, you know what? I'm going to flirt with this young lady. And what I didn't know is Christina, she had a clear direction for her future. She was an AIM Global member at that time. She had very clear focus for her future. And she knew what I was trying to do. So she said, you know what, if you want to talk to me, you have to buy Living Coffee. So she went on to say that Living Coffee has over 16,000 phytonutrients. I remember clearly thinking, how big is that cup of coffee to fit all that nutrients in it? But I remember I bought the coffee because I wanted to continue talking to her. So we ended up talking for over 1 year online. We went on to talk on Facebook and on Skype. And it is something, the power of visualization, seeing a woman on the computer screen made me want to meet her in person. But earlier on, I remember praying to God about a prayer. Even before I knew Christina, I said, God, send me anywhere in the world you want me to go, except the Philippines. Christina mentioned God has a clear plan for your future. So when we're praying, we think in our heart we know what He wants because He knows the desire of our heart. But, you know, when we pray, we need to be specific, like she said. We need to know, we need to seek out what is the desire of God's heart. Or we're going to say a prayer that doesn't make sense. Because if He answered that prayer, my life would be totally different. So after talking for 1 year, you know how long we talked online each day? For 3 hours, she would talk online to me. But for 2 hours and 30 minutes, it was product demos, OPPs. A clear focus for your future. You're not going to let anything get in the way. She wanted to have an international team. And I was the first American that she had met, and she was determined to have me as her downline. So after the 2 hours and 30 minutes, I could talk to her for 30 more minutes, and that was exciting. After 1 year, I knew I had to come to the Philippines to meet her for the first time. So when I flew in to Manila, she was hiding behind one of the pillars at the airport just to see if it was real. She came around, and I remember seeing it was the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen. Single guys, if you're listening to me, you need to marry a Filipina. They're great. So we met for 2 weeks, and I knew in my heart that it was love, but I had to go back home. So I went back home. For a whole nother year, we would talk. For a whole nother year, I was skeptical about this business of AIM Global. As an American, all we know is really employment. If we need more money, we just work harder, where we ask for more hours, we take overtime. She was telling me something totally new to me about residual income, about unilevel stair step, and I didn't understand it, so what we don't understand, we automatically become negative towards it because we don't understand it. But each month I'd ask her, how much are you earning? And she'd say 50,000 pesos. And each month it was more and more, till when it was 100,000 pesos, I knew, this could be a good business. So I knew in my heart that I had to come to the Philippines to ask her to marry me. So I had the ring in my pocket, and I went to gig her out, and when the time was right, I took out the ring and I looked in her eyes and I opened it and I said, baby, will you marry me? And then she looked in my eyes and said, baby, will you buy a global package? I believe if I would have said no, she would have said no. She was that focused about the business that she wanted an American. So I, of course, joined and got 7 heads. And we've been doing the business ever since. And her goal in life is to add value to someone each day. As a leader, that's what we should be striving for. How can we add value into those around us? One way is through our business. Filipinos are now known for the hard work and dedication they have for their families, the sacrifice that they do. So you have your focus, you have your sacrifice. And if you can add value to someone else's life, that's a success. Before you get your first downline, you can be adding value in other ways with your focus you have for yourself, for your family. Focus helps you save time, it saves money, and it saves energy. You know, what AIM Global can do for your life, you need to have focus because the blessings are going to come in faster than you're prepared for it. So you need to prepare now for those blessings. I believe God is looking for who does He want to bless us. And you need to be ready to receive those blessings with open arms. You know, Christina, she likes to say a joke about specific prayers in her life. And she prayed for specific things she wanted in a husband. But one thing she wasn't specific about is praying for a husband that had a full head of hair. So you can be specific down to the follicles on your head. Don't limit what God can do when you're praying. Diba? So, about adding value, you know, Christina wanted to know how else can she add value. She was doing product demos, doing OPPs, NDOs, but what else could she do? Every night she goes to sleep listening to powerful messages, sermons, speakers, and she had all this knowledge, but she had a desire to write a book. But you know what? In her heart, she didn't believe she can do it. How many of you have passions in your heart that you don't believe you can do it? I'm sure many of you do, but she would tell me that. Every day we'd walk in the evening, I'd make her keep her cell phone away so that we could just have our time, and she would talk about her dreams, her passions. And that's what birthed a book that she wanted to write. We went to the U.S. to write, and you know what? It wasn't the right time. We didn't have clear focus. It was just not the right time to write a book. So this year we went back to the U.S. and she was focused. She was determined. She had the cover of the book that she wanted on her dream board, along with a picture of me when she wanted to marry me. She put it on her dream board. So as we would walk, she would talk out the chapters of the book. And each chapter would bring tears to her eyes because she's thinking of the lives she would change. And everyone has chapters in their life that they just haven't put down to paper. You have visions that you just haven't visualized yet. You shouldn't limit yourself what you can do just because you're only earning small time right now. You know what? People are just as powerful if you're not a top 20 earner. You have ideas, you have beautiful passions that you can share with others, even if you're not a top 20. So don't wait till you have this status or title within this business to believe you can do it. You can do it now. There's nothing worse than thinking tomorrow I'll do it, or the next day. You're just putting off what you can do today. So I like to take the opportunity. That's a success. Whenever I have it, before you get your first downline, you can be adding value. I know. You know, when you do things together in life, you're more powerful. We're now focused as a couple on what we want in life. We want to add value to people's lives in any way we can. And one way is through a book, but there's ways that you can find out in your life, how can you help your family? That's the most important. And this business is a very powerful tool to do that. So I'm going to give it back to Christina so she can wrap up. Oh, you're done?
Alright, palapakan mo natin sila! So, the book you're talking about is entitled what? When You Believe.
Yes.
And you are the author of the book,
Yes.
right? So, when you were writing the book, how were you able to perceive that one day, you know, this book will transform a lot of lives and you can give a lot of inspirational stories about what happened to you and to Paul. So Paul, can you give some glimpse of the book, say anything about the book?
Like I said, when we would do our walks at night, it was the stories that are powerful, that maybe is a common story in the Philippines about OFWs and DHs and what they go through. In the U.S., we know nothing about that. We don't know the immense sacrifice that many Filipinos have to endure for the betterment of their family. And I said, that's something that beyond the Philippines, Americans need to know that it's not just the Americans that struggle. Everyone struggles, but Filipinos, I believe, you deal with so much in life. You have volcanoes, typhoons, hurricanes, well, that's us, but earthquakes, but you're still here, you're smiling, you're vibrant, you're happy. It's just about reigniting your dream, because when you believe and when you have focus and you visualize, you can accomplish anything. No matter who you are, what place you are in life, from the lowliest, when she felt low as a DH. She took it on like a status symbol, like, I'm just a DH. When you don't identify who you are in life, you allow others to place a label on you. And that's not good. You have the most powerful thing you have in life is identifying who you are in life.
Right.
So focus on what you want to be, and that's what I took out of it, is that she's going to be a beacon of hope and show that the Filipino people are the most resilient. They're the strong people. You're the backbone of this country, the hard workers that others need to know about. So that's what I took out from reading the book.
Actually, para sa mga hindi na, when I speak kasi, nakakalimutan ko yung sinasabi ko. So sabi ko, I want to put it in writing. Sabi ko, but then, whenever I write, nahirapan ako because of the negative behind or at the back of my mind that you cannot do it. But then that dreams became just like stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I keep declaring, and then I keep telling to everyone, I'm going to be an author. I'm going to be writing a book that could change many lives. And then I keep saying, but at the back of my mind, nandun yung negativity. And I believe so for every one of us here in this room, here in this stadium, alam ko na marami po tayong mga doubts in our heart na nag-hold back sa atin. And in that book, I've shared everything that you could really be, when you believe, everything is possible.
May na mga palakpak yun! Na-inspire ba kayo sa story nila? Sino ang gusto ma-inspire? And then I know one day, yung story niya naman ang hihintayin natin dito. Yung mas magandang kwento na gagawin ko. Now, ngayon pa lang po, i-picture nyo na. Dapat clear na clear sa inyo kung ano, sino ka at anong meron ka after 2018. Dapat ngayon pa lang excited ka na. Ngayon pa lang dapat nagkikigil ka na. Bakit? Kasi alam mo, yung kwento nila, hihigitan mo pa.
That's what I took out of it, is that
Sino dito ang single?
a beacon of hope. And
So alam niyo na ang gagawin niyo ngayon. Si Christina, ano?
You're the backbone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our last slide is this.
Others need to know. So that's what I took out from reading the book.
Last slide, please.
Imaginin mo na mga pamang-asawa mo.
Alright? Now, do you imagine yourself, do you remember when you were young? Yung mga bata pa po tayo? Di ba ano mga iniisip natin? Di ba parang nakakatuwa? Iniisip natin, sometimes ikaw si Superman, robot ka, ikaw si Transformer. Di ba parang napaka-imposible? Pero during those times, nung mga bata pa tayo, hindi na natin naiisip na imposible. Basta sa atin, masaya tayo habang ginagawa natin to. Yung mga matatanda, pinagtatawanan tayo. Pero deep within our hearts, alam natin ang sarap ng pakiramdam kapag lumilipad ka, ginagawa mo yung mga powers na meron ka, and then alam mo one day gusto mo mangyari din sa iyo yun. Pag tinanong ka nila, nung maliliit pa tayo, anong gusto mo mangyari sa buhay mo? Ano siya sabi ng iba? Ako gusto ko Transformer! Ako gusto ko si Superman! Kung ano mga iniisip natin na imposible. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, I want to teach you that one day, yung mga imposible, magiging posible. Visualize your goal as reality every day. Make it real in your imagination, and you will make it real in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, meron po tayong gagawing workshop, a very simple workshop, but I need your cooperation. Kung kayo po ay nandito, nakikinig, at gusto nyong ma-maximize ang training na to, please cooperate sa mga sabihin ko. Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, cooperate. Cooperate! Okay, bitawan po natin lahat ng mga hawak po natin. Bitawan po natin. Mas maganda nakaupo po tayong lahat. Yung upo po natin, upong diretso. Yan, diretso po. Yan. Wala ho tayong mga bag, anything in our laps. Baba po natin. Alright.
Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, gusto ko pong gawin ninyo, I want you to relax. Kalimutan niyo muna yung mga katabi ninyo. Kalimutan niyo muna yung mga problema ninyo, yung gutom ninyo, yung antok ninyo. Ang pinaka-importante, yung reality na nandito ka ngayon, nakaupo at nangangarap. Okay, yung natutulog, pakigising na po, sabihin mo, it's about time to wake up. Ayan. Alright, I want you to do this. Everybody, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Ang kukulit. Talagang sumilip pa talaga. Close your eyes. Now, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, imagine yourself. Nasa loob ka ng isang kasa, isang car dealer, and namimili ka ng dream car mo. It could be Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Ferrari, whatsoever. Kung ano yung pangarap mo, yung dream car mo. And then you're going inside, you're signing the documents because you are now paying your dream car. Now imagine yourself, try to visualize it. You're entering the car, and you can feel the leather of the car, you can smell the car, and now start the car by visualizing only. Try to visualize that you are starting the car. Now you're driving the car outside the car dealer, outside the shop. Now you're driving outside, and now you're going towards your place. Sige po, imagine nyo na nag-drive kayo sa EDSA, ang sarap ng feeling, alam mo, sa'yo na, and you're so excited, gusto mo ipakita sa mga downlines mo, sa family members mo, sa uplines mo, and you're so proud of yourself. And while you're driving, alam mo, lahat ng mga pinagdaanan mong hirap, pagod, lahat ng mga negative challenges, isa lang sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, tapos na, eto na, totoo na. At last, I achieved my dreams. Now you're going towards your place. Now, pagligo mo, nakita mo yung bahay mo, your dream house. As you can see your dream house, you can see outside the house, your downlines waiting for you. And then your loved ones, your kids, if you have kids. They're all outside the gate. They're all clapping their hands. They're all waving. And while doing that, I want you to listen to this song, a very special song. And while this song is playing, I want you to picture in your mind what's happening. Okay, you're now nearing the house. Malapit ka na. And then your downlines are there, waiting for you. that you're now going towards MOA Arena. And this is your moment to shine. You're now walking the aisle. You're moving towards the stage while all of your downlines, your brother lines and cross are watching you, and everybody is clapping their hands because this is your moment. You are now a superstar of A Global, and you're now telling your story to all of the people, inspiring them, and you're now part of the most successful distributor of A Global. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to create the highest, the grandest vision possible in your life. Because what you believe can be a reality. Believe it. If you can believe it, you can visualize it. If you can visualize it, you can dream it. And if you can dream it,